half of the programme, we'll be taking questions from women, chiefly where best to invest your tasty windfall. That's Piggy Bank Live with me, Sheila Maloney, tomorrow here on Radio 4.
Unbelievable. And next on Radio 4, it's time for this.
People. Everywhere you go, there's loads of them. Some of them are very nice. Others seem to need a punch in the face. We have to try and get on with each other, because the alternative is barbarism. Nobody wants that. But what if, however hard we try to empathise with the rest of the human race, in the end, we can't help but find other people more than a little bit nauseating? How are we then to cope with life? Let's see if we can't come up with some earth-shattering solutions as we embark on this, the second episode of What to Do If You're Not Like Everybody Else. And now, please welcome to the stage your host for this trifling, preposterous, possibly short-lived comedic endeavour. It's me, the little-known stand-up comedian, Andrew Lawrence. Far too much. People at home would be suspicious, thinking he's done nothing to earn that applause, but it was lovely and I appreciate it. Welcome to the second episode of What to Do If You're Not Like Everybody Else. Now, a lot of people are absolute vermin, and for evidence of this, just take a casual stroll down any high street in this piffling, crappy little island any time after 10 o'clock on a Friday, Saturday night. You find yourself immersed in some lurid, godforsaken, tragic, bestial, filthy, pig-stinking safari of sluttish abandon, and hairy big balls out for the weekend, staggering out of Weatherspoons on a Friday night. Hey, I've had a drink and now I want to hit someone. I'm angry. Hey, copper top, orange balls, think you're special, do ya? Think you're hard? Come on in, let's have some. Come on. Hey, where are you going? Come back. Don't leave me, I love you. Armies of bleached blondes, perma-tanned, acrylic-nailed, syphilitic, sprog-popping, pissed-up, slovenly human detritus, squealing and belching, vomiting sugary, luminescent, alcoholic beverages across each other, bits of scratch card between their teeth, trailing a little pram behind them. Feral little proto-racist thug sitting in it. A knife in hand, one hand, a can of some diabolical, liver-rotting, fizzy, taurine-caffeinated crap in the other. The opposite end of the spectrum, home counties, cousin molesters, pony grooming, grouse hunting, silver spoon, pudding-faced, chinless, mumbling top. I'm just going to nip down to the organic farm shop, Jemima. We seem to have run out of mung beans, alfalfa, sprouts, dried mango, couscous and fair trade coffee. Then this evening, perhaps we could go and see that wonderful production of Chekhov's The Seagull, frightfully turgid, 3 hours long, the seats are terribly uncomfortable. We can pretend we're enjoying ourselves, clap at the end, go home, snort cocaine out of each other's arseholes, and punch each other in the face in the hope that some of our overprivileged self-loathing might dissipate into nothingness. How does that sound? It sounds like a bloody good idea to me. Now, don't misunderstand me. I don't want you to think I'm misanthropic. Every review I get, it says Andrew Lawrence is misanthropic. It hurts my feelings. If I get another review telling me I'm misanthropic, I'm going to snap. If you're the reviewer who writes that review, I'm going to track you down wherever you are. The paper copy of your review, I'm going to feed it you in pieces. Sit and wait while the paper pieces of your review travel through your digestive system. You expel them through your anus, then I'm going to make you eat them again. I'm going to repeat that process over and over till all my anger subsides. We may need to do it 10 times, we may need to do it 200 times. You may be eating the fecal remains of your crass opinions for the rest of your natural life. That's what it takes for me to gain a little bit of catharsis. That's the way it's going to be. I'm not misanthropic, I'm a people person. I try. No, I do. I try to be sociable, but with the best will in the world. I'm not a conversationalist. I don't like the petty rules of small talk. For instance, like if you meet someone you don't know in life, convention has it you go up to them, shake their hand, you say, it's nice to meet you. That's insane, isn't it? How could you possibly know it's nice to meet someone you've never met before? Far more sensible, I think, if you meet someone you don't know, go up to them, shake their hand, say, hello, I hope you're not a massive prick. And then you're chatting, you're having a chat, and they'll say, where are you from? Who, me? I'm from a town. You're from a town? I'm from a town. Well, congratulations, what a lot we've got in common. What sort of town are you from? Well, it's difficult to describe, really. There's a big road running through the middle of it with some shops either side. I think I've been there. You've been there, good for you. Can I get a drink? Can I get you a drink? No, thanks. I'm just going to nip out buy myself some heroin to take the edge off this abysmal conversation. I find a lot of small talk just incredibly nonsensical, but even beyond small talk, there seems to be little in the way of consensus about how we're all supposed to behave in public. I was doing some gigs in Birmingham, and I was walking to the venue, and some kids pulled over the side of the road in some sort of pimped-up Seat car, and leaned out the windows. Oi, ginger nuts! Where's McDonald's ginger nuts? Well, my little friends carry on down this road half a mile, past the traffic lights, turn right 250 yards, take the second left, you find yourself on a bridge. Get out of the car, throw yourselves off it. Don't get me wrong, I love the Birmingham people. I did a flat share with a friend from Birmingham for a while. It's a beautiful accent. It's a wonderful accent, but also it's a very amusing accent. And I used to make him say things in his Birmingham accent for my own amusement. I used to make him say Monster Munch over and over again. Monster Munch, I like Monster Munch. Monster Munch is tasty. And then he wouldn't say it anymore. He's like, I'm not saying it anymore. You're making fun of me. I had to think of ways to make him say it inadvertently without him realising he was saying it. I said, I'm going down to the shop. Do you want anything from the shop? No, I'm all right, thanks. What about a snack? All right, get us a Kit Kat chunk, eh? What about some sort of savoury snack? No, just have a Kit Kat chunk, eh? What about some sort of corn-based savoury snack? All right, get us some Pringles. What if they haven't got any Pringles? Just have a Kit Kat chunk, eh? What about some sort of pickled onion corn-based savoury snack? No, just have a Kit Kat chunk, eh? What about some sort of novelty pickled onion corn-based savoury snack? All right, get us some Monster Munch. What's that? I'll be honest, mate, I'm not actually going down the shop. And there's a lot of arrogance in the world. I was walking down the street the other day. A lady came marching towards me, sending a text message on her mobile phone, oblivious to everything and everyone. She just walked straight into me. And I said, oh, I'm sorry, because I'm an idiot. What am I apologising for? Sorry, when I saw you marching towards me, I couldn't instantly transform myself into some sort of spectral being so that you could have just walked straight through me. It seems like that's what you were aiming for. Why don't you watch where you're going? You're right, I should. Maybe you could watch where you're going as well. I was trying to send a text message on my mobile, really. Who are you texting? The good manners, a general etiquette, the civility shop. Let's hope they can give you a good discount for buying in bulk. Let's face it, you're going to need everything they've got. You're appalling, self-absorbed, vapid, fat, dumpy, stinky little witch. Good luck finding a husband. Only reason I'm not angry is because when you walked into me, I managed to cop a cheeky feel of your tits. Count yourself lucky. Just, you know, it's no surprise that some people avoid human interaction entirely and choose to bond with the animals instead. Like, if I ever grow weary of trying to bond with the human race, I take myself down to the zoo. But I'm only really interested in the elephants. I feel like they're talking to me. I want some peanuts. I haven't got any. Get some then. Where from? I don't know, improvise. I'm not giving you any peanuts. Why not? Science says don't feed the elephants. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. I can't see it. You're an elephant. You can't read. I'm hungry. You're always hungry. Look at you, you're enormous. I want some peanuts. We've been through this. I haven't got any. What have you got then? Nothing. What's that in your pocket? It's nothing. It's a chocolate bar. You can't have it. It's bad for you. Oh, it's good for you, is it? I hate you, you ginger prick. At least I haven't got an enormous grey penis hanging off my face.
come in here and say that, I'll trample you. Stop staring at me. You're a pervert. I paid to stare at you. That's what you're here for. You're here to be stared at. I shouldn't even be here. I should be in Africa. I could eat what I liked if I was in Africa. Don't be ridiculous. There's nothing to eat in Africa. I'll eat an African baby. No, you won't. There's loads of them. You're a herbivore. I'm open to the possibility of change. Elephants can't talk, of course, but I think the world would be better if the animals could talk. Certainly in all our human relationships, face-to-face verbal communication is the key to a harmonious existence, isn't it? Like, it's the situations in life when we feel we can't say what we really think, bring us the most stress and anxiety. Sometimes there's no greater feeling of satisfaction in life than being able to get something off your chest. Like, I remember a while ago I was driving to do a gig in Leicester and I got pulled over by the police. The reason they stopped me, they said, because I had a dirty windscreen. Ridiculous! They kept me there over 20 minutes. They were incredibly condescending. I left feeling angry and humiliated. It's one of those classic situations where afterwards you think of all the things you wish you'd said. Basically, if I ever get stopped by the police just outside Leicester again, I'll have all the right answers. Policeman will come up to my window and say, "Do you know why I've stopped you?" I'll say, "Is it because your mother never loved you? You feel you ought to take out your resultant anger, insecurity and frustration on decent, hard-working people by accepting paid employment as a professional fascist. Is that why you stopped me?" He'll say, "You've got a very dirty windscreen. How can you see out of that?" I clearly can see out of it, can't I? Given that I started off in London. I'm now just outside Leicester. In the preceding 120 miles, I've somehow managed not to crash into anything or anyone, although if you care to stand in front of my vehicle, officer, it's a situation I'll happily rectify. He'll say, "Don't get smart with me, son." I say, "It's difficult not to get smart with you, officer. We've been talking for a few minutes now, and all the evidence suggests you're educationally subnormal." He'll say, "I'm now officially charging you with using abusive language towards a police officer. You have the option of paying an on-the-spot £80 fine or appearing in court." And I'll say, "£80? He'll say, "That's right." I'll say, "In that case, I better have my money's worth, you snivelling, odious, pathetic, nauseating little stink beetle in a toilet full of broken dreams. Every moment of your existence, God weeps a fresh tear of regret at what he's created. As with vomit rising in his throat, he watches you scuttling up and down the motorway, looking for people whose day you can ruin, you appalling pig. May you die without ever knowing the love of another human being. On the day of your death, may the rancid, black, bile-filled, maggot-ridden heart that beats within your chest be trampled upon, stamped into the ground by the massive, euphoric crowd that has gathered to exult in your demise and destruction, because that day the world will be free again. Birds will sing in the sky. Children will skip in the streets. God will lift his head and smile, you unspeakable, filthy, feculent, interfering, intrusive, meddlesome, mealy-mouthed, poxy, fun-crushing jobs worth £80, did you say? There's 100. Ladies and gentlemen, face-to-face communication is really the only way forward for humanity. If we can strike up a conversation with someone on the bus or in the street without them running away or treating us as if we're criminally insane, if we can learn to trust each other and open ourselves up to each other, then the world will be a beautiful, shining paradise of dreams and fairy tales and wonder and unbridled joy. And on that crass, cloying wave of cheap, insincere optimism, I bring this episode of What to Do If You're Not Like Everybody Else to a close. Thank you for listening. I'm Andrew Lawrence. Good night.
What to Do If You're Not Like Everybody Else was written and performed by Andrew Lawrence, and the producer was Jane Bertu.